Out of all the centre-halves Manchester United have been linked with over the last 6 to 8 months plus, Eric Bailly is the man that looks set to join Manchester United as a centre-back. Most football fans and Manchester United fans probably, certainly if you watch a lot of mainly Premier League football, wouldn't really know who Eric Bailly is, if I pronounced it right. Plays for Villarreal. I don't know a great deal about him. I did see him in the African Cup of Nations final when they beat Ghana on penalties. But besides that, I haven't seen him play. He's supposed to be, I think he's 6'2". He's big, strong, good in the air. Certainly some looks like a Mourinho type signing to me. But as I haven't really seen much of him play, I cannot really comment on how good he is. He's only just turned 22. I think he turned 22 in April. So he was only around 21 when he played in the African Cup of Nations. I think he did play every single game in that. It is a short tournament, but he is still only young. We were linked with the likes of Raphael Varane, John Stones, who are bigger profile names in football. But just because he's not one of the high profile names like that, he has been recorded as one of the high profile young defenders in world football and one of the best centre backs according to a lot of people in Spain. So there is a lot of potential there. The only risk is whether he can come to the Premier League and perform at a high level. We've seen Mangala and Manchester City struggle a lot of times under Pellegrini when he's come for a lot of money. So I think it's going to be around £30 million, sort of roughly that fee. It does look like the transfer is going to happen, but I'm delighted that we're going to be signing a centre-back because we really do need some sort of centre-back. And at that age, can hopefully go on and become a decent centre-back for Manchester United. You know, some people wanted a more experienced sort of 27, 28 player because we have got a couple of young centre-halves coming through. Rosho Williams is one that's coming through the youth academy. So Tuanzebe as well. We will have to wait and see if they're going to. These young players in the youth academy are going to get any game time now. But we probably will still need another centre-half in there. With Blind reportedly could be leaving Manchester United. And, of course, he could potentially go back into a midfield position, which is probably his preferred position. Phil Jones will probably be going because he's always injured. And Marcus Rojo generally plays at left-back and has been absolutely abysmal lately when he's played for Manchester United. And I thought when Manchester United signed Marcus Rojo that he was going to be a quality player for us. Hasn't been given the opportunity much at centre-back where I would have liked to have seen him play. But we will need 3 centre-backs, so whether we bring in Tuanzebe or someone like that from the youth team and have Eric Bailly and Chris Smalling and Tuanzebe or someone like that from the youth team, or we get another centre-back or use one of the other centre-back options that we've got at the club, because you really need at least 3 centre-backs for a whole season. Chris Smalling and Daley Blind played over, I think, 50 games between them, over about 100 games between the pair for the whole season this year, and that was just too many games, really. You need to. I know you like to get consistency, but with the amount of games in the Europa League, FA Cup, and the League Cup, we're going to need at least 3 centre backs. But it is positive news that Manchester United, although we haven't heard of him too much, we hadn't heard of Darmian too much, or Anthony Martial was heard of a bit more. Ander Herrera wasn't really a massive household name when we signed him, although hasn't done particularly brilliant so far. But sometimes you get these signings we haven't really heard of too much, and they can come off and be really decent signings. We have to judge Jose Mourinho's on this one. I know sometimes he hasn't always got the signings right. He has brought the likes of Adebayor into clubs, Sidwell and Kesman and Belarus, and some bad ones in the past, but hopefully this one is going to be a decent signing. And plus, at the age of 22, a lot of fans out there, critics, are saying that Jose Mourinho doesn't play youth players. Okay, he's not a player that's come from the Manchester United youth team, but at 22 he's a young player. Jose Mourinho had the youngest ever side to win the Premier League at Chelsea, so he will play youth. Give him the opportunity. If they're good enough, they are old enough. So let me know your thoughts on the situation. It is fantastic news that Manchester United look to have signed Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Eric Bailly already. Well, they're as good as done. So that is good news, because we will need to get as many transfers done before the Euros as possible. Because as soon as the Euros start, players will go off to the Euros and we won't see them back at their in the hometowns for a lot of players for about a month. So we really do need to get these signings done as soon as possible. So when the Euros is on, nothing much will happen. Maybe some deals will be in place, but they won't actually happen until the players come back after the Euros to have their medicals otherwise. So the quicker we get players in, Chelsea, he liked to, he went bang with Diego Costa, got him in really early, so then you've got the whole summer then to work on how you're gonna plan for next season with the players you've got in place. And as soon as the Euros are over, players will have a short rest and then be back for pre-season. And if you've got all the players in that you want, that is fantastic news, because you don't want to be going into August still wanting 2 or 3 players to come in to the club. That's not really ideal, because the season will have already begun then. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know your thoughts on the situation regarding the signing of Eric Bailly, which looks almost a done deal. And I'll talk to you all again soon. See you.